What's up, everyone? How are we doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. I'm doing fantastically well. Today we're going to be starting a new series called Mine It. Now you're probably wondering, weren't you already doing a mining log? I was, but this specific series is going to be a little bit different. Different in the fact where they're all going to be running sort of the same sort of approach to each other. But it's going to be varying differently based on my level. So, the way it's going to work is I'm going to have my F105, well for now it's my F105, and we've got a level 5 Finder amplifier attached to it. Alright, that comes with about 200 PED, and we have 30 PED worth of survey probes. And we're going to be picking a specific area to mine based on basically the Little Big mining log. And I've chosen right here at Port Atlantis Mall, okay? Now, you probably, for those of you that don't know, the amplifier basically increases the size of the claims that you get. And the funny thing is, a lot of the claims that you get, the varying worth can be great, like drastically different depending on what you get. So, I was mining on Foma the other day and I got a ample of iron ore, and that came out to about 12... I got an ample amount of calderite, and that came out to about 12 PED. I got an ample amount of iron ore, that came out to around 20 PED. So it can vary, greatly. And I've heard from the grapevine, that if you want to increase your chance of essentially getting anything real decent from mining, having something like an amplifier attached is a really good idea. So before we get too far into the video, hi, Future Scott here. I should probably just point out everything in this video that I talk about when it comes to mining and all that sort of stuff. I know I don't need to clarify this, but I probably should before one of you get all uppity. This is all personal speculation based on what I've seen online and what I've experienced and all that kind of crap. So make sure you take everything that I say with a grain of salt. A lot of this is just me talking myself through things, but you guys are also along for the ride, so just keep that in mind as we go forward. I'm still new with this sort of crap, with mining and all that sort of stuff, so just keep that in mind, yeah? But due to the nature of what these runs are going to be like, these Mine It episodes, they might only come out once a fortnight. Speaking of, due to, okay, so, you know how I was studying, right? So, those of you that are in the know, I applied for a course in game and visual effects, right? But the problem with it is it wasn't the sort of thing that I was looking for. I thought it was. Believe it or not, I thought it was. I don't know if they changed some of the units that are in there, some of the elective units or whatever. But to me, it just wasn't what I applied for. Which sucks. But I had a look on the site and, whatever I was looking at is not there anymore. Long story short, I want to design pixel games, okay? So, I really like pixel art, and I also just like 2D games in general, so I want to make 2D games. This course specialized in 3D. Not so much in 3D game, but more, it seems more akin to 3D animation, and a lot of film. A lot of film and visual effects stuff, so I'm like, okay, this isn't really for me. So, I've dropped out of that, and I have looked around, but I haven't been able to find much of anything on 2D outside of a few courses on Udemy. So I'm going to have to put together my own curriculum, okay? But, that shouldn't be too difficult. So, the reason why I've chosen around here is because I've gone on to Little Big Mining Log, or mininglog.com-maps, and around here we have a blend of stuff, okay? So, when it comes to the ore, this is what we've got cranking as of today. 35.1% of claims have been Listerium, 18.8% of claims have been iron ore, and then it goes down to 8% of crumbits, and then it goes down to just under 8 of calderite, and then it goes down to copper, then blissarium, and belcar, and all the way down the bottom is... oh shit, where is it? All the way down the bottom is valuerite, and things like gold and pyrite and stuff like that. In the end matter, they've got crude oil, melchi, they got some force nexus, some alicine liquids. Yeah, they got some growth hormones and a few things like that. But what we really want to aim for today is we want to aim for the top part of the drop list. So things like listerium, iron, crude oil, melchi, force nexus, and crumbits. Maybe some calderite as well, if we can get it. But because of the nature of these runs, I'm going to have to only do them once a fortnight because they just cost us a little bit more. Not in probes as such, but in, just the amplifier. Now, I should have checked this beforehand. I'm going to check it now, actually. Alright, so I was just looking at the wiki, and I really should have done this beforehand. This was my one of the oversights. So the level 5 Finder amplifier, which is sort of pretty much in my range at the moment, the total uses is 98. So if we say go with ore and end matter, 30 PED, ore and end matter, and we do the 20 drops, this will give us nearly 5. It'll give us nearly 5 5 rounds of this. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 5. I think we're going to end up doing 5 episodes. We could probably squeeze in about 5 episodes a month. So it'll be a little over, about 1 episode a week. I'm going to say 1 episode a week. Now, first drop of the day, let's see what we get. Anything interesting? We have some crumbits. How about that? We got some crumbits. We've got a medium size, which is always nice. Now, you might be asking, Scott, are you going to be using this for crafting? Or are you going to be using this just to sell? I'm not 100% sure yet. And you might be thinking, are you going into this without a plan? I'm not going into it without a plan. What's going to be happening is I'm going to be refining it all, and then I'm going to be holding on to it until I figure out either sell it or craft. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those. So, that's not too bad. So, we lost... it was 4 PED. I was expecting there to be a lot more of a chunk taken out. 4 PED from that. 1.5 from that. No, that's not too bad. I'm starting to see why... now, this is all a learning thing for me, okay? I do not use amplifiers. I've told you guys before that I've never used a mining amplifier. Even when I was on FOMA, I don't use mining amplifiers. And you might be wondering why. It's because I've never seen the worth in using amplifiers. But now that I know that it's literally just adding in extra PED to the drop to get a higher level of the drop, and we got some iron, that's nice. So far it seems to be sticking with that sort of middle range. Now let's see. Let's see if we get a little bit more from the iron than we did with the crumbits. Because I am interested to see sort of the range of what we could get. Do we have our universal ammo? Yes, we do. We'll be able to take care of these little, straggly little fuck stains that decide to come after us. Which ain't too difficult. Come on. Come on. Attaboy, you go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay, so. Oh no, it was around about the same. Around about the same. Yeah, around about the same. Seems to me that mining is a lot more varied than I thought it would be. And that's literally just because of my inexperience. My inexperience with mining is very much my let down when it comes to mining, just my inexperience. But I think I've gathered enough knowledge, utilize a little big mining log, utilize some amplifiers, utilize my own personal knowledge of where I've had hits before and things like that. Where I've done good, and where I've done, places where I've done not so good. Hey, we got an ample. Fantastic. Now, the ample is usually around 12 PED, so that's a good hit. That's a good drop so far. Given we are probably... Oh, not that it really matters. Not that it really matters. So this was around 8 PED, so this should be around 20 PED. 20.7... Yeah, a little bit over. So that's not too bad. That's not bad. So far we're doing okay. But as we all know, luck does run out eventually, and I'm not going to be lucky enough to have constant successful hits across these 20 drops. It's just not going to happen. We're probably going to get about 50%, I reckon. We're going to get about 50% hits, but it seems to me that we're getting from each drop, we're getting about an extra 80%, like we're getting about 180% back. So we might be able to squeeze in a little bit of extra stuff, a little bit of extra stuff when it comes to, say, markup. Oh, there's some Melchy water, not a shitload of Melchy water, but Melchy crystal, and we're just gonna have a quick look at this, okay? We're gonna have a quick look at this. I'm fairly certain I'm correct, but I'm fairly certain Melchy water sells for a decent amount markup wise, okay? And these are all the things you need to take into account when you're mining and all that sort of stuff. Is where, like, if you use a little big mining log, right, you can get a rough idea of, okay, if I can find this, this has a high % chance of being here. If I can find these things, then in the long run, I'm going to have a higher chance of getting, say, that item that does have a higher markup that I can then sell. Okay, so like whenever you're hunting or mining, you're always wanting to look for markup, because markup at the end of the day is what makes things run. So let's have a look at this Melchy crystal. Maybe it was the Garson lubricant. I could have sworn Melchy crystal was more around the 110. Wasn't the water, was it? No. Interesting. But luckily this wasn't too far off. The amount, it wasn't actually too far off of the level 8. Which is quite nice, actually. Quite nice. So even that was a decently successful hit, so that's, only 1 PED less than the claims that we were getting for these guys. So that's quite nice. That's quite nice. We will do a drop. Yeah, no, it's a little close to the road. I don't know. What I might do is I might drop down here and see if we get anything special back from here. So the good thing is we've already made back essentially our probe cost. We've made back our probe cost, so that's always nice. And if we wanted to, we could stop. Right? If you want, like, well, not we. If you wanted to at this point, right? If you wanted to, you could call it a day and then try to get another, like, do it again another day. Because, let's see, we've spent 20... What, 27 and a half? 27.5 PED and we've gained back over that, right? We've got nearly double that. So if you wanted, you could quit now while you're ahead. And I think it's these exponential sort of things, right? The more the level goes up, right? The more the level goes up, the more exponential things get. The more you're going to make back, right? And I think that's the whole point. So, like, whenever I see, the miners using the big finders and or the big amps and the finders with like a deeper find, deeper or a higher depth range, I always thought it was, well, I've got the PEDs, might as well do it. But I'm starting to think that, I was probably, very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. Okay, and it seems like there's going to be a range. There's going to be a range, so this one's a 6. I can also get 9, so I think it's going to be a bit of a range. I think I also got a level 10, so it's going to be a rather large range of things. But I think I really need to rethink my stance on amplifiers and things like that, because I really think I have sort of no, I'm not going to say I think I have. I'm fairly certain I've misjudged the use of amplifiers before in the past. I think amplifiers, if you have the PED to utilize them, especially with mining, I think with the mining, it might be a little bit more beneficial than the hunting, right? Because it seems to be a much larger range of things. And I think that because there is that question of, okay, so with hunting, you're gonna get something no matter what, right? If you kill a mob, you're gonna get some loot back, right? That's why I always say, if you're gonna be hunting a mob, make sure you're hunting them for their markup, right? Hunt them for the markup of the items. That's why with newer players, I recommend hunting the Exosaurs, right? Because you can get tiering components, you can get tiering components, and you can get some electronic components, and you can also, which is the most important one, get the Blazar fragments, which sell for a lot. Okay, they sell for a lot. They've got a massive markup, but because their actual TT cost is almost nothing, it's almost like you're getting a bonus, right? It's almost like you're getting a straight up bonus to what you've popped in. And now hear me out on this, right? Hear me out on this. With the hunting, it's all based on the amount of PEDs you put in to killing a mob, the efficiency of which you're killing the mob, and in some cases also the speed of which you're killing the mob, but that's more for if you're trying to hunt a large group to chase after those globals. It's those sort of things. Hey, our first one with nothing. Interesting. Our first one with nothing. Nada. Zip zilch. So if we can get... So what will that be? That will come down to... I'm not entirely sure what that will come down to. I am interested to see what it will come down to, though. Let's propel ourselves up over here, I think. Yeah, so when it comes to hunting, like, depending on what you're hunting, it is how much PED you're cycling, per minute, or how many mobs you're cycling through per minute, I think. How many mobs are you cycling through? What sort of efficiency do you have, and what does the mob drop? Knowing those, you could quite possibly get a good return on stuff. I am thinking about doing a video on smart hunting, and so, there might be some of you out there that's like, but you don't smart hunt. I do, I do hunt smart, but I also hunt drastically different and wild. I like to test out different ways of doing things, yeah. Your fish food. I am fish food. We got some iron. Cool. Got some iron. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. You know what? We might actually do... We might do one more drop. And we'll save this for... Hey, Kurunanda Kuda. Kurunanda Kuda. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I might do one more drop. Because this video might turn out to be very long. Very, very long indeed. Just because of, well, the amount. The amount that I'm dropping, the amount that I'm traveling, and all that sort of stuff. I'd rather keep these relatively fresh. Maybe spend some time trying to find different areas as well. Yeah. Spend some time trying to find different areas. But I might end up... Yeah, anyway. I might end up doing a video on smart hunting. See, I test out a lot of different things. I test out a lot of different mobs. I test out their drop rates. I test out how many can I kill per 100 PED. How fast can I do that? Am I able to do any sweating while I'm doing that? Because if you can do a little bit of sweating, it just means you're getting some free shit. What is the drop rate of fruit in this area? You know, and stones and dung and all that sort of stuff. These are the things that I look at and I think about. And, you know, I've been watching a lot of Sturge Tropia, which I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description. I've been watching a lot of Sturge recently, and, like, man, that dude is... Like, he is informational as hell. He has a lot of good information, and I recommend people go and show him the love he deserves, because he does some pretty damn good stuff. Like, okay, so on Next Island, there's a shark mission, right? By the way, the sharks were dropping really well for me. They were dropping really well for me. So they might drop pretty well for you too. But... yeah, the sharks were dropping really well. But there is a mission. Now, I thought it was a daily mission, but it might not be a daily mission. I was hoping it was a daily mission, but I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to, like, do a little bit of digging. And you might be wondering, Scott, weren't you on Next Island? Don't worry. I'm traveling between planets. I got a few different things cranking at the moment. I got a few different, you know, a few different things cranking, and you know, it's gonna be cool. Just bear with me. It's gonna take a while, but I've got some cool stuff cranking. I realize there is a shitload more things. There's a shitload more things to do in Entropia than I initially thought. And yeah. But yeah, check out Sturge. Like, he did showed this shark mission, or technically it's a sunken treasure mission, and it is quite fucking spicy. It is quite nice, very, very nice. Okay, now here's where we have a choice. We can either continue on, or we can save our probes for the next one. Let's just have a look and see where we're at. So we've spent 40 PED on our finder, which sounds about right. 40 PED on the finder for 10? I thought I had more uses than that. Oh, maybe, okay, maybe it's one of those things where because I'm using both, it might be, I don't know. I have no idea. I'll have to look into this a little bit more, because that doesn't seem quite right to me. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably going to end up leaving it there. So we've gone through what? So 40, 55, and we've got 30, 50. So 30, 53, 60, nearly 70 PED. So I think we came back pretty strong from this one, boys and girls. We came back pretty fucking strong, which is always a good thing. So what we're probably going to do is, just for the sake of funsies, I will go back and we will see exactly how much we got. And while I'm traveling back, I'll have a quick look to see what's up with this finder and why the math doesn't seem to make sense to me. Alright, so from what I was looking at, so on the Entropia wiki, it says that this level 5 finder amplifier should have 98 total uses, right? 98 total uses. But according to my math, I've only used it 10 times, but I've gone through 20%, which means that I should only be able to have 50 drops with this. So, one of you more knowledgeable fellas, even Sturge, I know that you do some mining or Serial, any of you guys that have been around way longer than me. I've only been playing this game for like 5 years. So any of you guys that have been around way fucking longer than me, let me know what's up with this. Is it because I'm using both ore and end matter? Is it based off of your total amount of like drops, or is it based off of the amount of PED that you use? Because I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Doesn't matter either way. It still seems to be working quite well, and in the way that I would hope. But it is going. It is a little bit interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have a better understanding of how that works. Tell you what, not bad. The actual markup on these this item is not too bad. It's very good. It's already paid for the markup, I reckon. All I got to do now is wait and see exactly, what things turn out like in the end. I mean, it's already surpassed what I initially thought it would be. Like, what I initially thought it would give. Right? It has already kind of surpassed it. So I am kind of on the train. I am now on the amplifiers a good train. But I think it really depends on where I use it. Because, okay, so if I was to use it on something like Foma, I would really just want to get that one drop. Because on Foma, right, I was on Foma yesterday. Last night. It's really handy that you can take the teleport from Foma back to Calypso. Makes transporting goods a shitload easier. I mean, sure, you have to fly there, because I don't think there's a teleport on... Actually, that's another thing you guys tell me. Is there a teleport on Calypso that will take me to Foma? Probably not, but, that's all G. It's all G. Let's have a quick squizzy squoo. So we used about 55 PED. Yeah, we used about 55 PED. Let's see what we got back in materials. 73.69. So, at the very least, very least, we made 15 PED back. At the very least, we made an extra 15 PED. Which, I don't know about you, but that sounds like profit to me, boys. That sounds like profit to me, boys and girls. Whether or not we can continue that train and next round with the amplifier, whether or not it'll do the same thing, I have no idea. But I guess that's the whole point to this learning experience. We're using the amplifier. We're gonna see what we get back. As long as we're aware that... Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. When I was on FOMA, right? I was on FOMA last night, and I reckon maybe every 10 to 15 drops, I would get something. Just because the claims are so fucking big, right? The claims are so huge. So if you were to go there and get, a claim every other drop, you'd be stealing money from Mind Talk. I mean, it's all good, but yeah. So using something like a finder on FOMA, you really want to take out I don't know, two of these fucking things, or at least have 50 drops ready and raring to go, and then just try to blow them all there and hope that you get five. You get at least 5 fines. It's but there was this one round where I ended up using 40 drops. Right, this was 40 fucking drops. I was just using the. I was just looking for ore. By the way, I was just looking for ore. I wasn't looking for end matter. But yeah, I was. I got like 40 drops without finding a single thing, and then I got a drop, and then it, and then like 2 drops later, I got another drop, and it bumped me back up to around about break even. I'm like, oh, okay. But one thing that I've noticed is a lot of the ore in end matter doesn't have as big of a markup as it used to. Like I was looking at, especially things like iron, and I blame Serial Overdrive for this. I'm blaming you, Serial. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I love you, but I blame you. your videos where you were trying to make money on the auction house. I mean, you really should have did it all without posting it online and then post it online afterwards. But I think you went into iron or something, and it was something like 130%. Now it's down to where's iron ingot? It's down to it's down so low. I mean, I don't blame Serial. I don't honestly blame Serial. It's a little bit of a joke, just a little bit of a jab. I like Serial. Me and Serial buddies. I mean, we don't know each other enough to. I guess I don't know him enough to actually call him a buddy. Acquaintance. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. So I wouldn't do him like that. What the fuck? What is this? Why is it in there? What? Weird. Is this ingots are refined from fracite stones using a mineral refining tool? Why is fracite in with the Ospera? Is it because it doesn't have any? I wonder what gold is worth these days. Not much. Not much. Oh man. Anyway, I'm going to be leaving it there, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're getting close to that 900 subscriber mark. We're hopefully going to hit the 1,000 mark before the end of the year, and you know what that means? The 2,000 PD giveaway. Big old live stream. I'll probably get a bunch of you guys in on a subscriber hunt. I'll give you guys, I don't know, like 100 PD worth of ammo. Give you guys a weapon, and we'll go out and we'll hunt something big. We'll have a lot of fun. Might even do a little bit of a raffle as well. As well as the 2,000 PD giveaway, we'll do a little bit of a raffle. I might go on the auction house and find a few different things. I might find I don't know, like a supercar and a few other things, and I don't know, have them aside for a little raffle or whatever. Anyway, guys, do expect to see a lot more content. If you have made it to the end of the video, do expect to see a lot more content. Just because the way that I'm going to be studying now is going to be a lot more flexible, and I'll be able to spread my education across 7 days a week, but, at 2-3 hour, time slots sort of thing. I have found a few online courses that will teach me what I want to actually learn. Um, but yeah, but yeah. So I hope people have given me like little answers to a couple of my questions that I've had in this, because this is a bit of a learning experience. When we mine it, we're also going to learn it. We're going to learn it by mining it. It's going to be good. So you all take care, and I will see you, fine folks, in the next one. Catch you later.